Hello, here we have another high-tech video. Today it's about le plus-que-parfait, which means the pluperfect. And if you want to learn how to form it, please go to this wonderful video. You can pause it, write that down. The plus-que-parfait is called the pluperfect or the past perfect in English. And the word perfect actually refers to the past, believe it or not. We use the pluperfect all the time in English. We use the pluperfect to distinguish between two past actions. It lets you know which action happened first. So if you look at this timeline, you can see that the plus-que-parfait, the pluperfect, happened before the passé composé. So, I had arrived at school when I realized it was Saturday. What happened first? I had arrived at school and then I realized it was Saturday. We're not saying I arrived at school and I realized it was Saturday. We are showing that you had arrived at school, that was the thing that happened first, and then you realized it was Saturday. We had eaten dinner when you arrived. We had eaten dinner when you arrived. So what happened first? You ate dinner and then the person arrived. He turned in the homework after the deadline had passed. So you'll see here that he turned in the homework. That's in the passé, that would be the passé composé because it happened after. The thing that happened first was the deadline passed and then he turned in the homework. Let's look at these examples. I had arrived at school when I realized it was Saturday. We figured that one out. J'étais arrivée à l'école quand je me suis rendu compte que c'était samedi. And because I am a female, I added an extra E here and an E here because it's the passé composé with être as the auxiliary verb. So what happened first? Arriver and then realize, se rendre compte. That's what happened after. He had arrived at school when he realized it was Saturday. Il était déjà arrivé à l'école quand il s'est rendu compte que c'était samedi. So he had arrived and then he realized. Let's look at two more. We had eaten dinner when you arrived. Nous avions dîné quand tu es arrivé. Right? So maybe somebody arrived and they said, hey, let's all go out for pizza. No, we had eaten dinner. So what happened first? Dîner. What happened next? The person arrived. Arrivé. I think we've already seen this one, right? He turned in the homework after the deadline had passed. So what happened first? The deadline passed, but we can put it second in the sentence. Il a rendu le devoir. He turned in the homework. Après que la date limite était déjà passée. That part is in the plus-que-parfait. So what happened first is passé. What happened second? Rendu. Okay? It can also happen just in a conversation between people. So you don't have to be using the passé composé and the plus-que-parfait together in one sentence. Somebody might say, hey, you didn't answer my text last night. And you say, I had already turned off my phone. For example, and what you're meaning there is I had already turned off my phone when you texted me. So it would look like this. Tu n'as pas répondu à mon texto hier. J'avais déjà éteint mon portable. I had already turned off my portable. Note that I'm using it alone in a sentence, but it's with reference to something that was just mentioned. This action in the passé composé was already mentioned, and I am giving this answer. I had already turned off my cell phone. J'avais déjà éteint mon portable. You're giving that answer in the context of the question that was already asked. So we don't just start a story using the plus-que-parfait. You would only use a plus-que-parfait if you were talking about more than one past action and you're trying to show what happened first, what had already happened. Basically, it's used almost exactly the same as we use it in English. And that's the end. Thank you so much for watching.